I'm Pam Potzer and I play the flute. The pit band got a lot bigger this year. Normally we were very small.
Last year at CHU, the pit was tiny, cramped, uncomfortable, and smelled really bad. But pros, you could actually see what was going on the stage. You had a bit more light because the stage lights weren't blocked. And there was a great, large, creepy tunnel that went up to the pit from a lower floor. That was cool. Pros about this pit, it's nice and big. We've got backlights, air conditioning. That's great too. Doesn't smell as bad. Cons, you can't see what's going on stage. So you're kind of wondering when there's all these bangs and tons of screams and everything. So
I've been playing the flute ever since 4th grade, and I've been playing the piccolo since 8th grade, so 5 years.
Play the trumpet. I started playing when I was in the 5th grade, so probably, it's what, math, 5, 6 years, something like that. Trumpet is really more of a decoration instrument in this musical, except for a few pieces. Trial by Pilot, that's kind of important. Simon and Zealots, fun. We get the beginning of that. And then The Last Supper, we've got some pretty major stuff in that as well.
So I'm Mr. Tim Sauer, and I've been the conductor of the pit band. I was actually the vocal teacher for the show too, so I worked with all the singers to help them memorize their parts, and then to kind of put the band and the singers together, I've been the conductor.
All right, so I'm Bernie Sauer, and I directed the pit band and basically rehearsed with them since day one, and was able to audition and arrange all the instrumentation for the show with this fabulous score by Andrew Lloyd Webber. So,
well, this is my 4th year at Regis Jesuit. I mostly teach in the boys division, so I have both jazz bands and I also teach piano and guitar. So yeah, I also do the pep band.
You know, it's interesting because when I was a senior here at Regis Jesuit, that was the first time I was asked to direct the music. And I've been doing it ever since. So we're talking a good span of 17 years of different musicals as a student director. And then in college, I was able to direct some shows at Gonzaga University. And then I've been here for 12 years, so I've been doing it for 12 years here. So musicals are a huge part of my life.
So my role in Jesus Christ Superstar is I'm the one who pushes the button. I am the one who actually works with the light board. Meanwhile, Teddy, my director, gives me the cues and works with focusing the lights and such and such.
Hello, I'm Teddy. I am lighting designer for Jesus Christ Superstar. What that means is I design all the lights you'll be able to see on stage. I determine like what levels, what kind of sight colors, all sorts of things. What colors, I determine what gels go into that. I kind of figure out what looks good to see on stage.
You've got to be careful. You could be dead soon, could well be.
It's Paul Brock. I'm part of the build crew, paint crew, and running crew here in the Regis Jesuit play. So, about 2 weeks ago, we put up the giant arch that is right now on the stage, and that took about 40 people, the entirety of the crew, and it took about 40 minutes to put it up. We had to get everybody to hold it up, bring it over, and then we had to get these ladders to push it up, and then ladders on top of brooms pushing it up even more.
Personally, I think costumes are really important because they can convey a lot of, you know, like context for the actors, and I don't know, I think they just add a lot to the show, especially this show. It's been very cool to do costumes. This is our first musical in the Z Theater, so that's super exciting.
Oh, what's your guys' favorite thing about being in the crew?
All the strange people that you really meet in the theater, because when you live in this dark space for multiple hours a day per week, you meet some characters and they're not always acting. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's the friends that make the memories.
I'm Annie O'Neill and I do sound crew. So what we make sure is that all the microphones, that like all the lavs, all the handhelds are working properly. They're like not weird sounds that are going on. They're like not muted so the actors can like be heard throughout the theater.
I am Caiaphas. Everyone knows, of course, the story of Jesus of Nazareth and, his last 7 days and how Caiaphas and Pontius Pilate, are the bad guys and everything. So for me, when I first got the part, I was like, I'm sorry, what? You gave me this part? I was expecting, one of the 12 apostles or, something on the good guy kind of side. And I'm glad I got the part because it's been a challenge, but it's been really fun.
My name is John Brock. I'm one of the 3 priests in Jesus Christ Superstar.
Well, we're not actually Jesus, first of all. What it's like to portray Jesus, on the other hand, it's very a rewarding experience to get to know, to try to discover who Jesus was as a person as opposed to who he was as a divine figure. Because in the Gospels, we always focus on who he was as a God.
I'm amazed that men like you can be so shallow, thick and slow. There is not a man among you who knows and cares if I come or go.
It gives us the opportunity to explore who Jesus was as a person, what his emotions were, what he was feeling in the Garden of Gethsemane after he was betrayed by Judas. And I think it's a very good opportunity for us to be able to do that.
It does have a really interesting take on just everyone's emotions rather than, again, everyone is divine. Like, Judas is in hell, Jesus is in heaven. Like, everyone actually has emotions, and it's pretty interesting to see the relationships between all the apostles.
Janice. I don't know. It's like a completely different character from myself, so it's a challenge, but I'm having a lot of fun with it.
What was it like being new on the cast?
Everyone's really welcoming, and they are really helpful and supportive of everyone.
So, my role in the play is Priest 3, and I'm a soldier. And I really like Jesus Christ Superstar, not necessarily because of the play, but because, I like acting just in general. I've been doing it quite a time.
So my favorite part about being in this production is being able to go up and act totally crazy without anyone telling me that I look dumb. People can tell me that, but it's just a character. So it's fun to just go up and, just have as much fun as you want in front of people.
Hi, my name is Owen, and I'm Simon Zealots.
I'm Sarah, and I'm in the ensemble. Jesus Christ Superstar is really important to us because we've become friends with so many members of the pit band, cast, and crew. And it's also important to us because we can act and sing in our community, and it's a really important part of our lives. So.
The hardest part for me about Jesus Christ Superstar was just getting my mohawk to stay up. I actually have a pink mohawk the entire show, so it's pretty hard to stay up.
I'm Tim, and I play Pilate. His role in the show is basically he makes the final decision on crucifying Jesus, ultimately ending kind of the journey of Jesus.
For all these dedications we lift up to you, O Lord. Thank you so much for this other opportunity. Provide this story for a community that is breaking down our doors to see it. How the word of mouth has helped us to excel this department and this drama club to new heights. Thank you for the food that was provided for us. Thank you for the parents that are always there to support us. Thank you, O Lord, for all of these blessings that you give us every single day. And to these thanks, we lift up to you by saying loud and proud,
United we stand, divided we fall. Let's make the show the best of all. Give them hand. A jaded Benjamin, that's a jaded Benjamin. They're waiting. Yeah! They're waiting. They're waiting for you. Every time I look at you, I don't understand. Oh, you let the things you
Get that on film.
Let me tell you, I love Jesus Christ Superstar.